Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Deadeye Lotus, and I'm back with another Division 2 build video. Today I got system corruption for y'all, as you can tell by the title of the video, and I'm gonna be creating the start of a new series called Off the Meta. This is a series that I want to showcase older builds that have been pushed to the back burner that are no longer considered viable for this current meta. And just kind of sort of bring, old school back, showing that with the right pieces aligned, they can still be powerful and you can still have a lot of fun in PvP. We shouldn't completely disregard the old school because they were once the current meta, or once, at least in the top 5 builds to use, so yeah. But before we get into the build, if you guys are new around here, you guys already know what to do. Please smash that like button and subscribe. Join the Lotus family if you are new, as I will have more Division 2 content coming for y'all in the future. So without further ado, let's get to it. So yeah, guys, this is pretty much the build. There's a lot of stuff to go over and a couple of different options that you can use for this setup. As you can see, I'm using the SMG close range layout because I feel like this is preferred over the assault rifles. I just lose too many critical hit chance and damage with the 4-piece setup, so I decided to go back to the SMG layout instead. If you do like running the assault rifles, that is totally fine. You can use that as an alternative. You just have to kind of keep in mind of the different attributes that you'll have to now substitute. But for me, for my preferred setup, I like running the SMGs with this. So with that being said, the class is the firewall for me. For that striker shield bonus and the medkit. Primary weapon is the Lady Death. Man, it is still difficult for me to kind of put this towards the back burner and use a different one, simply because of the talent is so effective and powerful. By the time I shoot the last bullet, I'm already, since I'm constantly running, I generate about 50% to 75% of my max stack already. So for me, Lady Death will always be a king until the weapon comes by and takes its place. But I do want to give a shout out to this weapon right here. That is top 3 in the SMG in this state of the game, and which I feel like is still highly slept on, and that is the Apartment. I love this talent right here, the perfectly measured. Mine came with triple god roll all around the board, and I believe you can only obtain this through the Dark Zone and conflict caches. So as you can see, mine was rewarded, so it definitely was. But yeah, guys, if you guys don't have one, just keep playing the luck game, and hopefully you guys will land on the 7 eventually and get one with a mid-max roll, or just the weapon, itself. So yeah, guys, this is a very nice pistol. For me is a TDI car custom. Only reason for this is the EMP sticky bomb. As you can already probably know, I love running the EMP sticky bomb when I play up close, for that vulnerability and disruption of the opponent's skill. But let's get on to the build. First piece for me is the System Corruption Mask. If you guys don't have this gear set yet, I'll quickly read it off to you guys. It is titled Hack Step Protocol, and replaces armor kits with an instant infinite use ability on a 20-second cooldown that repairs 20% armor and grants 50% bonus armor, and hides your nameplate for 5 seconds. Increases your total weapon damage by 1% per 5-second bonus armor gained up to 20%. Now what this basically is saying is that it's gonna replace your 4 medkits and grant you an infinite medkit. I'll still call it a medkits to not kind of get it confused. As you can tell on that bottom right under the MP sticky bomb, there's the medkit. It will now replace those 4 medkits with this infinite use 5-second duration of bonus armor. I'm about to proc it right now, and boom, right? So now I'm on cooldown, and in this time frame, I retain bonus armor, and at the same time, I mitigate my my nameplate like a decoy, and also gain weapon damage equal to about 5% bonus armor gain. Now if you guys don't know, the backpack system corruption gives you 100% bonus armor, increases Hack Step Protocol bonus armor from 50% to 100%, whereas the normal piece by itself gives you only 50. So therefore, if you do the math, you will only receive 10% weapon damage with this and 20% weapon damage with the backpack. Let me quickly just showcase the attributes for my mask. I have 14.7% weapon damage, max critical hit damage and 11.9 critical hit damage mod. Moving on to the backpack, as you can probably guess, it is the Adrenaline Rush Intimidate combo. I feel like this is the best in slot. I've experimented with the Memento and the System Corruption backpack, both with the SMG, and now I've fallen onto Adrenaline Rush because I like the consistency that it gives me. Brand set, I really feel like the Grupo Sombra is needed because of the loss of so many attributes in the 4 pieces. So that Grupo Sombra is just going to help you out with that boost, to give you more critical hit damage. Mine's came with a red core attribute on top. I re-rolled it for an armor. Have 5% critical hit chance, 10.9 crit damage, and 11.9 crit damage mod. And the talent Adrenaline Rush, obviously, right? Now here's the different alternatives that I was talking about you can go for depending on the scenario. With the Memento, this one is the best in slot for PvE and Dark Zone in certain scenarios. And what I mean by that is using the kill confirm talent, you're able to kind of just knock down NPCs, generate those trophies and increase your weapon damage, your more bonus armor, which will then increase your System Corruption talent, and also proccing your chest talent, which is you can probably guess is Intimidate, and your skill efficiency for a bonus, your shield, your sticky bomb, whatever the case may be. So on those, I feel like Memento definitely wins, but for conflict and certain moments in the Dark Zone, I feel like Adrenaline Rush is better because of the consistency and the reliability that it gives you for those moments. And what I mean by that is, on conflict, you're not going to have the convenience to, knock down trophies, right? You're just going to be the opponent, and it's a win-win. And sometimes you may be surrounded by multiple groups, so it's hard for you to kind of get that trophy going. Excuse me. And in the Dark Zone, it's viable during the landmarks, but if you're kind of going manhunt and you don't have the luxury of having NPCs around you, it's not going to be suitable for that playstyle. So it's really situational if you have the luxury or not. So for that reason, being alone, I wanted to create consistency and reliability on this talent alone. No matter where I am, the scenario is, I will always have my Adrenaline Rush bonus armor and my Grupo Sombra crit hit damage boost to give me that damage that I need, right? And let me just quickly showcase the System Corruption, the talent once more. Multi-threaded execution increases the Hackstep Protocol bonus armor from 50% to 100%. This one is really nice too, but if I equip it, I will lose the Adrenaline Rush, right? So it's not going to be dependable on when I actually need to proc Intimidate, because I have no bonus armor, and the only time that I do is when I use the Hackstep Protocol medkit, and I will gain 20% bonus armor during that 5 seconds, but it's so situational and inconsistent for 20 seconds that I feel like it's not worth the trade-off for Adrenaline Rush. So, like that's the reason why I decided to go with this. But you can if you want to, if you feel like that is more suitable for your playstyle, but for me, it isn't. So moving on to the chest talent, I got Sokolov as my brand set for the SMG damage. I have 14.8 weapon damage, 6% critical hit chance, max crit hit damage, and max crit hit damage mod. Talent on the chest is Intimidate, obviously. Moving on to the gloves, I got a blue core attribute on top and 10.8 critical hit damage on the bottom. Moving on to the holster, I got a blue core attribute on top as well and a 3.9 critical hit chance. And finally, I got the knee pads for a mid-max, close 132 armor attribute and a 12% crit hit damage on the bottom. Now let's just talk about quickly where you can get these pieces. For those of you who may not have any of these pieces at all, you can only find these in the Dark Zone. It is not in the open world exclusive. Reason being, I don't know why, but that is how I've always got mine. So yeah, you guys will have to be lucky whenever you see the green icon for gear sets in the Dark Zone. look out for those and just try to farm them. I know it's not exclusive to this brand specifically. I'm not even sure if it's still possible if like Hunter's Fury is in the Dark Zone West and you still have a chance to drop System Corruption. If you guys know about that, please comment in the video down below. But as of right now in this title update, that is the only option that you can have of obtaining this brand set. So hopefully we all do. We're on the same train, and everybody has at least 4 pieces they can run with. Yeah, so moving on to the skills. I'm using the Striker Shield for the damage bonus, obviously. I have a tier 4 active shield. Secondary skill is the EMP Sticky Bomb. I like causing disruption, keeping them vulnerable. And yeah, so let's move a little behind the curtain a little bit and showcase the stats. I'm a little curious, right, to see if you guys think with this setup I'll have decent amount of crit chance and crit damage. And voila, it's pretty nice. 55% critical hit chance and 158% critical hit damage with this setup. 24,000 PvP and 74,000 weapon damage. Now, what I was saying earlier is that without this Grupo Sombra, I feel like I wouldn't have, I scratched that I definitely would not have been able to achieve 158 critical hit damage because of that boost and the extra attributes. And that's the reason why, for me, I feel like this is a little more preferred over the System Corruption backpack and the Memento. If I were to put a top 3 listing, I would do this number 1, Memento second, and the System Corruption third, just because of the situational calling that is that's preferred over. With this one, I feel like it's always consistent no matter where I am. I'll always have bonus armor, hence proccing Intimidate talent, right? Memento is nice though with PvE, but you got to be a little bit by yourself running this solo, or else your trophies will kind of be taken away from your group, right? So it's this little situation in there. I just wanted to put it out there of the different scenarios that you can run this build with, and that it's not always going to be ideal for every scenario. So same thing with the System Corruption backpack. Is nice. I tried it, but the damage wasn't there when I needed to Intimidate the proc, and only it was there when I proc the med kit. But again, that's only 20 seconds on every cooldown, so it's not dependable. So Adrenaline Rush is still going to be king for me. Other than that, that's the layout that I give to it and my opinion on it. If you guys have any questions, I appreciate you guys for stopping by and watching it this far. If you guys found this helpful, please do me a favor and smash that like button. And subscribe if you are new. Join the Lotus family, as I will have more off the build meta series coming in the future. This is just the one that's for out now. I got plenty more on the list to come. If you guys have a couple options that you guys want to see me use and showcase, comment down below, and I'll depending what it is, I'll consider putting it into my notepad. So yeah guys, I appreciate you guys once again. Peace.